This is the Bowls of Life podcast. I'm Tyler, and I'm currently Virginialess. As we've gone through life, we've learned something important. Life is messy. It gets complicated. But we've also learned that we can make tools to help us jump into the mess of life and make an adventure of it. Welcome to our messy adventures in faith, family, and food. Well, as we say in the intro every single week, sometimes life is messy and it gets complicated, and that's been our schedule a little bit recently. Just kind of busy, and it's been hard to get the podcast out on time. You probably noticed two of our recent ones actually went out a day late. We did a live stream and all the things to try and stay as close to schedule as possible, but this week it just did not happen. So, wanted to let you know that we haven't gone anywhere. We will be back next week continuing our current series, walking through a book called Devotional Doctrine, where we're talking systematic theology, but not from the idea of we just want to know more about God, but from the perspective of we want to learn how to better delight in God as we understand Him more and more. We got 2 episodes left in this series. The next one will be about the church and all the beautiful parts of the church, and also, let's be honest, some of the broken parts about it too, but nonetheless the importance of it. Now, in the meantime, there's 2 things you could do. Number one, if you're missing Bowls of Life this week and you're just like, I need more of it in my life, hop back to one of our previous series. We have one walking through God's big picture of the Bible, just kind of seeing the big story of the Bible. We have one walking through the 8 dimensions of wellness and discussing each of those and how they impact our faith. And there's another series, a pretty recent one, on habits of the household and how they impact you and your kids in your faith journey. Any of those are definitely worth checking out. This is actually the second time I have recorded this apology message. The first time I recorded it while driving down the road, hands-free, of course. The phone was just kind of set up and I was talking into the mic in my car. But it turns out the audio was garbage and I wasn't going to do that to you guys. So recording another one right now over lunch because life is just messy and busy, and that's just part of it. And then here's the other thing you guys can do for us. If you really have been enjoying the podcast, share it with a friend and maybe even consider becoming a one-time or monthly supporter to help us continue to do this with you guys. It's ultimately something fun that Virginia and I get to do together, but we're also very hopeful that this is impacting your faith journey along the way, whether that is literally just the faith journey, your family journey, or your journey with food. We're hoping to give you some tools to make an adventure out of the messy parts of all of it. None of it's going to be perfect or ideal, but it's very realistic and doable when we do this thing together. Anyway, thanks for joining us on this journey. We'll see you next week with the next episode. Peace.